Yeah, obviously tough. Difficult way to end the game. Proud of our group, love our group. Honestly, we didn't play well enough for, I didn't think, quite a while in that game. That third quarter was bad, really bad, and put us behind, obviously, going into the fourth. I love the rally. I love the fight. Quinterly, kept us in that thing almost single-handedly, her and Jordan. They're about the only two that had anything going offensively. And so just, not a flow offensively. We did attack, made some big shots there in that fourth quarter. But, Baylor made a few more plays, punched us in the third quarter for sure, and got us on our heels. And then, everybody's going to want to talk maybe about, the turnover late or the that end of game situation. But we got the ball to the kid who had the hot hand, and just unfortunate circumstance there late. And, it is one of those nights for us. And, this one hurts, but we don't have time really to dwell on it too long. We'll have to regroup. And every time this team's kind of been hit, we've seemed to respond all year. So I don't know that we won't. And I have full confidence that we will. And we need to finish with these next two. But we'll go on the road to Oklahoma State and see what we can do there, and then get back home. Great crowd, great environment, really good college women's basketball game again against two, I think, really, really good teams. I think Baylor is as talented as any team we've played, and they're playing really well right now. And so we just got to regroup, and we just got to keep finding ways to get a little bit better and see what we can do. But I still love them. I'm still proud of them. But thanks to everybody for coming. We've had a good alumni weekend as well. So really, really good turnout today. So hopefully we can build off of that.
What I'd like to know is how you knew 23 seconds into the third quarter that the world was coming apart. To call a timeout that quick and go off like you did.
It wasn't coming apart. It just wasn't very good response in the third quarter, and we missed some assignments, and just really we're way too lackluster for me. And so it was more of a message than it was anything else. Is like, let's try to end this now before it goes the other way. And haven't done that much with this team, but really didn't like the response. And we've traditionally been pretty good in the third quarter throughout the year. So we didn't have the right look about us.
One play.
No, there was more than that. We'd already given up. We'd already lost the lead.
Coach, obviously, there's no rally in the first place without JJ's play. And, it might not even be a close game if JJ doesn't get going there. And then to will the team back into it, and then to have that moment at the end. What do you say to her after the game? What was she like after the...
Well, yeah, obviously hurt and disappointed in herself and a little emotional, but no, you just tell her you love her, and it didn't come down to that one play. Without her, we wouldn't have been in it. We're going to replay it. I'm going to replay it. I'm going to look at it. Did you get it the right spot? And just lots of stuff from a coaching standpoint that you play. So I could have been better. Her teammates could have been better for her. But you're right. Without her, we wouldn't even have been in that situation. And just probably got a little sped up and was probably trying to take some time off and dribble it around, and there's nothing wrong with that. Tried to make a play to get back in it and even foul her or block a shot, and so she kept playing, fighting through it. I told him love on her and rally around her, and we know the value of JJ, and I think she'll be okay, but certainly disappointed right now.
At what point, or any point, do you even look at the Big 12 standings? You're hanging on to that 4 spot, which gets you that 2-round bye. Now Baylor's 1 game back. Does that play a factor in anything going forward, or do you not even worry about that?
Yeah, you don't worry about it by any stretch. We know where we're at, and we know what's, essentially on the line late. I'm just glad we're still playing for, important things this late, into February and early March. So, there's 2 to go, and we're right there in a good spot. So, no, we bounce back. We still control our own destiny for that spot, if you want to look at it that way. We win 2, then we get it. If we don't, then we end up in some tiebreaker fashion, but I don't even know what that is. It might be head-to-head, and now Baylor would have that on us. So we just need to take care of business.
Coach, this is kind of a double-edged sword question. You look at the games that you guys have lost. They've all been against really good teams. They've all been poor shooting nights for you guys, too. How do you look at it? Do you look at it as, man, we need to find a way to get more plays? Or, hey, those are 5 good teams we've lost.
Yeah, sure. We have lost to really quality basketball teams. There's no question. The hurdle for us is to continue to try to beat those teams. I mean, we have a couple times, but would like to have a couple of them back. But yeah, Baylor was ranked 4th, I think, at one point in the country, had a win over Utah. Kansas State was ranked 2nd in the country. So if we're playing them to one possession games, then I would like to think we're right there, and just a possession away, and we're young and we're new, and and so we're learning, and I think we're going to grow, and we keep learning every time we go through these situations. This was the gauntlet of our schedule when we're playing these 4 out of 5 games against ranked teams. So, things like this can happen. So I think the last thing I want to do is overreact to it. I think we should be disappointed because we didn't take advantage of the opportunity. But I think we're also right there, and I think that's the beauty of this is that, man, we are playing with some of the elite teams in the country, and Baylor has been one of those, and they had a little skid, but they've regrouped here, it looks like, and playing really well. But the OU win was a great win for us, and to get that game to overtime against Kansas State, who was healthy and was 2 in the country and had the win over Iowa and all those types of things. And if we're doing that, then I think we're in a good spot, and so we just need to keep fighting and get to this tournament, and hopefully get a good seed and the right matchup, and then hopefully advance to the NCAA tournament and see what we can do there.
The very last possession, you tell Jordan just do what you did against K-State or what?
Yeah. No, it's a read option, but she would get the ball in her hands and get her with some momentum where, she's pretty elite and dynamic with the ball in her hands. And, they were back and they were kind of taking away the paint, and so there wasn't going to be a ton there. I haven't seen it back to see if there was any other real options for her to make. So, they ran it for the most part correctly. And you talk through those things and try to practice, but it's never like you got to go through it live for them to really understand it.
Coach, can you put your finger on why you guys weren't effective the 3-point shot today?
No, not really. Because I think Lauren went 0 for 7, and I think everyone. For the most part, she was open, but she didn't have it. We couldn't get Kylie got in foul trouble. We had no rhythm with her. Kaya was not herself. So there's parts of it, guys. We played this with really 2 kids that scored it. Tirza gave us some good minutes, but we had 3 starters score 3 combined for 3 points. That is going to be really hard to win, when you do that. And, we didn't shoot it great, but we found our way to 42%. The fourth quarter, was better. That third quarter, we lost it in the third quarter. That's where we lost the game, was in the third quarter. We had played hard enough, defended well enough, but we gave up a 25-point quarter. That's hard to win when you're playing teams of this quality. And, their depth is great. And so they got, I think, 5 in double figures, and so their depth is phenomenal. They bring one off, and there's another just highly recruited, highly talented kid coming off the bench. And so we need, my goal has always been 4 in double figures. We didn't get that. Our assists were too low. So we weren't moving it, but they're late. It was just forget about it, just drive it and see if we can get something going. So our fourth quarter response was good. And we put, what would we score in the fourth? 23, I think that says. So, so we fought back and gave ourselves a chance, but we dug the hole. That was on us in the third quarter.
You mentioned you're confident in your team's ability to bounce back. What is it about this team that makes you confident, and specifically about JJ, too?
Yeah, just, because every time we go through it, they have proven me, what is that? I don't, it's that's, that calm, cool, collected, even keel demeanor probably that just, they don't seem to get too high, never seem to get too low. This will be a low point for us, and just the way the game ended and for JJ probably, but I think she'll bounce back. The kid is such a competitor that I think she'll be fine, and we'll regroup tomorrow and meet and talk it through and make sure we turn our attention on the next one and get this one behind us as quickly as possible.
Mark, JJ's 3 that put you ahead, it was right in front of you on the bench. She kind of hesitated before she took it. Did you tell her to shoot it?
No, I don't think it's a read play for her and a feel. She kind of hesitates all the time on that 3. So no, it's a feel. She had the option. It was a ball screen play, and she just felt good, I guess. So she pulled it, and it looked good as soon as it left her hands. I did have that angle. So big shot. Yeah, she made some huge plays for us late.
You said we were talking about Lauren, Kaya, hard. They didn't get going. So at what point do you, okay, Jordan, JJ, we're just running stuff for you down. Did that point come, or did you try to keep everyone involved?
A little bit of both. No, at some point, we took Lauren out a little bit to give Jayla an opportunity, and who has been playing a little bit better. But Lauren still defends her butt off and competes, and she just didn't get any offensive rhythm. So you go with Jayla, who had a big 3 and another really good look at 1 and some layups. So I thought her minutes were good. A couple good rebounds. We went with Tirza a little bit, Danelle a little bit, just to give us a bigger presence. And so, yeah, no, we were just mix and matching and trying to find something that worked. And, for the most part, it was Jordan and JJ tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys.